Does life make sense? This question, profound yet simple, has puzzled humans for millennia. We are unique creatures, forever caught in the quest for significance, seeking meaning in the often turbulent seas of existence. Unlike our fellow inhabitants of Earth, content in their predefined roles, we humans find ourselves perennially questioning the coherence of life itself. We look for it in every corner of our existence, be it in our work, our families, our faith, or even our politics. When this quest falters, it often leaves us in a state of anxiety and despondency. But why do we search for meaning? Is it a fundamental part of our nature, or is it a product of our consciousness, our ability to perceive, to question, to wonder? Does life possess inherent meaning? This very question forms the basis of our quest for significance. As we grapple with this question, we find ourselves at a crossroad with two possible answers. Life either is meaningful, justifying our pursuit of deeper significance, or it lacks inherent sense, making our search for meaning a form of escapism. This dichotomy presents us with a conundrum as old as humanity itself. On one hand, there's the belief that life brims with meaning. This perspective views existence as a canvas upon which we paint our narratives, seeking significance in every stroke. It's a worldview that fuels ambition, fosters empathy, and encourages exploration. It's the belief that, despite the chaos and calamities of life, there's an underlying coherence that weaves everything together in a grand tapestry of existence. On the flip side, there's the belief that life lacks inherent sense, that we're merely cosmic accidents navigating a universe devoid of purpose. This perspective sees our search for meaning as a form of escapism, a comforting illusion to shield us from the cold, hard truth of our insignificance in the grand scheme of things. However, between these two polar opposites, a third possibility beckons: the mystery of life's inherent senselessness and our ability to craft meaning. It's a perspective that embraces uncertainty, celebrates creativity, and champions the human spirit. It's a worldview that acknowledges life's randomness, yet refuses to succumb to nihilism. This third perspective suggests that while life may not have an inherent meaning served to us on a silver platter, we possess the extraordinary capacity to craft our own. We're not passive observers of a predetermined play, but active participants in a grand improvisation. It's a perspective that sees life not as a riddle to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. In this view, the sense-making nature of life is not an external truth to be discovered, but an internal one to be created. It's a perspective that sees meaning not as a final destination, but as a constant journey. It's a worldview that turns the existential crisis on its head, transforming it from a source of despair into a wellspring of inspiration. And so, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of a compelling argument. Life at every level embodies coherence. This coherence hints at a self-organizing principle within existence, permeating everything from cells to the cosmos. It's as if life itself is a grand orchestra, with each element, from the smallest particle to the grandest celestial body, playing its part in a symphony of existence. This principle guides the evolution of complexity, from the primal elements of the Big Bang to the sentient beings we are today. This self-organizing principle is not a mere abstraction, it's an active, dynamic process that shapes our reality. It's the invisible hand that guides the formation of galaxies, the development of ecosystems, and the growth of human societies. It's the force that turns chaos into order, randomness into pattern, and simplicity into complexity. But what is this self-organizing principle really? Some may see it as the laws of physics at work, others as the hand of a divine creator, but at its heart, it is a testament to the inherent coherence within existence itself. It's the principle that allows life to make sense of itself, to find order amidst the chaos. And at the center of this self-organizing principle, we find the self, an imperishable entity intrinsic to existence. Unlike our physical bodies, which are subject to birth, growth, decay, and death, the self is timeless, unchanging, and eternal. It defies creation and destruction, persisting beyond the temporal confines of our physical existence. Echoing ancient philosophies, particularly those of Vedic and yogic traditions, the self represents an evolved state beyond our mundane existence. It's not something we become, but something we uncover, the true essence of who we are, stripped of all the superficial layers of identity we accumulate throughout our lives. As we journey from infancy to maturity, our personal evolution mirrors this cosmic evolution. We move from a state of ignorance and confusion to one of understanding and clarity. We learn to see beyond the surface of things, to the deeper patterns and principles at work, and in doing so, we come to realize our own inherent self-awareness, our own inner self. As we journey from infancy to maturity, our personal evolution mirrors this cosmic evolution, underscoring the innate self-awareness inherent in creation. This notion of an enduring self, central to ancient philosophies, remains contentious in secular discourse. Yet when we consider the evolution of humanity, we see an intriguing pattern. From infancy to maturity, our journey mirrors the cosmic evolution, highlighting an innate self-awareness inherent in the very fabric of creation. Consider the concept of the soul or spirit. Often dismissed as mystical or religious, it may instead be an extension of our physical and mental evolution. As our bodies grow, adapt, and learn, our minds too evolve, expanding their capacity for complex thoughts, empathy, and self-awareness. But what if this evolution doesn't stop at the physical or the mental? What if there is a third dimension to our existence? A dimension that transcends the mere physicality of our bodies and the cognitive abilities of our minds. This is where the concept of the self comes in. Not the self with a lowercase s, but the self with a capital S. Central to Vedic and yogic philosophies, this self represents a state beyond mundane existence. It is not bound by the limitations of our bodies, nor by the constraints of our minds. It is a state of being that is deeply connected to the universe, a state that is in sync with the rhythm of existence. But what does this mean for us, as individuals, as a species? It means that we are more than our bodies, more than our minds. We are beings of consciousness, capable of transcending our physical and mental boundaries. And this consciousness, this self, it endures. It endures through the trials and tribulations of life, through the joys and sorrows, through the triumphs and failures. Crucially, this self in any form transcends human cognition, serving as a repository for consciousness intrinsic to creation. It is the enduring essence that grants us the freedom to explore existence, to seek meaning, to create and recreate ourselves. And even amidst turmoil and existential angst, this enduring self persists, embodying traits like love, compassion, and creativity. Thus, it remains indestructible, a testament to the inherent coherence of life. Even amidst turmoil and existential angst, the enduring self persists, embodying traits like love, compassion, and creativity. This self, this enduring essence, is not just a passive observer, it is an active participant, a co-creator in the grand drama of existence. It allows us to navigate the chaotic waves of life, to dance with the unpredictable rhythms of reality. It affords us the freedom to explore, to question, to seek, and to discover. This enduring essence is our inner compass, guiding us through the fog of uncertainty, illuminating our paths when all else seems dark. It is our resilience in the face of adversity, our hope in times of despair, our courage in the face of fear. It is a testament to life's inherent coherence, a beacon of light in the seeming randomness of existence. In the end, whether life makes sense or not might be less important than the significance we craft from our existence. And that, perhaps, is the most profound sense of all.